Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd. The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for today, Thursday, May 29th, 2025. I am Beverly Telesford. In the headlines, tragic deaths prompt homeowner to consider safety barricade. Lackalome residents outraged over new land fees. Opposition leader Emmeline Pear questions disciplinary action against a public officer. In the region, Barbados identified as one of the main receivers of CARICOM migrants. Internationally, U.S. to block visas of Chinese students. And in sports, West Indies dismantled by England in ODI opener. The details right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave bathroom tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
Good evening, this is GBN's News at 7. A tragic accident in Munjaloo, St. George has left 2 dead and a homeowner considering a safety barricade to her property. Christina John spoke to the homeowner and filed this report.
Following Wednesday's tragic accident in Munjaloo, St. George that claimed the lives of 56-year-old Jeffrey Alexis of Spring, St. George and 26-year-old Cher Fortune from Mount Rush, St. George, the homeowner is contemplating erecting a barricade to safeguard her home.
It will block off the view, but it also forms as a protection because when the heavy rain comes, it kind of washes down the soil. So we're looking into getting a wall put up to bar so it wouldn't cause the house to move. Yeah.
In an off-camera interview with our news team, the homeowner, who was inside her home with her infant and mother at the time of the accident, revealed that this was not the first fatal accident to occur at her residence.
First incident, yes, I was in the kitchen making tea for my son. He was about 5 weeks old, and I was in the kitchen. That happened like after 6. I was in the kitchen making tea, and I just actually thought it was my neighbor that was coming down because he has a pickup truck as well, and I know the song of the vehicle when it's coming down the hill, and I heard the song, and then I just saw like something white just flash by the side of my eye, and then I just heard the impact. So I ran back in the room and I say, no, I didn't go back in the room. I go by the side door there and I open it and I saw like the vehicle come down on the house. But how it come down, the tray was on the end of the house and the vehicle was facing upwards. So that did not impact the house like how this accident impacted the house. Yeah, but they did not die at the scene. They died at the hospital.
Neighbor Bowen Lewison also shared his thoughts on the matter.
Unfortunately, this is not the first time. There was an incident a few months ago, I don't remember the exact time, with the garbage truck that came down there and the guy died. So that's the second time a vehicle going into the house and people dying, which is kind of tough for the occupants. I know them very well, and I could imagine the pain, the stress, and the unknown. The question is why, but nobody can answer that. And so as a close neighbor, as a connected neighbor, it is extremely heartrending to know that they are suffering this at this time. So close to the last time. So I don't know what would be the outcome, but I just wish them well, and I hope if I get the opportunity, I could go and see if I could help in any way possible. Traumatic on all sides. It's traumatic for those people there and traumatic for the rest of the family, wife, kids, whoever is involved. That is very, very, very traumatic to know that somebody left home just a few hours ago.
The police are still investigating the circumstances surrounding the fatal accident. Christina John, GBN News.
After more than a decade of payments and promises, Lackalome residents are now facing a new land fees, igniting feelings of frustration. Rena Thomas visited some residents to hear their concerns.
Residents of Lackalome St. David are expressing disappointment with the current government and the Grenada Housing Authority following a recent decision requiring them to pay for land they have occupied for over a decade. In 2009, the residents were handed keys to their homes and signed agreements outlining payment terms for the property. The agreement stated that after completing the required payments, residents would receive titles and deeds for their properties. However, despite some individuals fulfilling their financial obligations, successive administrations failed to honor the agreement. Now, more than 13 years later, several residents have received new offer of sale letters from the Grenada Housing Authority. The letters detailed varying land costs based on the size of each property, leaving many confused and upset. Residents say they are being pressured to sign the new agreements and meet payment deadlines. Some were advised to seek financial assistance from lending institutions in order to meet the new terms.
You pay for a house, You pay for a house, but where they want the house to be, you know what I mean? The house just like a piece of land, you know what I mean? And you have to pay how much money for it and things like that. I tell myself, that real problem to the poor people. This money they want, everything one time, you know what I mean? That is stress. That is real stress to the people, you know what I mean?
And I have my paper there. Some of them, when they come to them, they say they don't have no paper. They all kind of worries they give me people, but I got a paper. A book, and look at how it is. Somebody come out of the can take it and show them. I have the book there.
And we got these houses, and we do what we do. I paid, and I went, and they bamboozed me up and down, and they forget no paper. When I went back, they said, I can't remember the man's name now, but they said that this mister was going to do the documents, and we will get the documents. And every time I call, is a different story. Every time I call, is a different story. Up to you reach 15 years. You don't hear nothing about it again. But last year, just as how you talking to me now, a mister talked to me from the ministry, and he said that they made a decision that we should pay for the land. The thing about it is, in the beginning, wasn't that?
I find if they want us to pay for the land, then they should come with a payment plan. Not just give you a deadline or something to sign a paper, and then they tell you to go in the bank and get a loan to pay for it. Because you have a lot of people who not financially stable, who probably not working. So why are you going in the bank to get the loan to pay for it? Then after when you get the loan now, how are you paying for it? That's the next problem again. You don't pay for it, you don't finish pay the bank will come and get your place.
Many are not taking the matter lightly and say they are prepared to fight for what they believe is rightfully theirs. GBN reached out to Jason Williams, General Manager of the Grenada Housing Authority, who confirmed that the agency is now offering the land for sale to residents.
The lands in Lackalome are vested to the Housing Authority of Grenada, and as it stands, the lands are being offered for sale by the Housing Authority of Grenada. A very modest prices are offered to the residents at $3.50 per square foot, and the residents will have a flexible payment option to pay off their lands. And as it stands, residents will be given, if residents choose to make a one-off payment, they're free to do so. However, we'll ensure that residents are able to see a flexibility in their payments, right?
The residents are calling for transparency and fairness as they continue to seek resolution to a matter they believe was settled over a decade ago. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
Opposition leader Emmeline Pear has openly expressed her discontent with the response received from Grenada's head of state regarding the activities of a public officer. Pear was addressing a public gathering at Munlong on Tuesday night. We have details in this report from Christina John.
Opposition leader Emmeline Pear has expressed dissatisfaction with the disciplinary action taken by the Office of the Governor General against Amanda Jack, a registration returning officer for the Parliamentary Elections Office in Carriacou and Petite Martinique. Pear had written to the Governor General, Dame Cécile Lagrenade, 6 weeks ago, raising concerns about Jack's direct political activities. Jack, an educator, was appointed to a position in early 2023. However, in early 2025, she was photographed attending 2 political meetings of the ruling National Democratic Congress, wearing a T-shirt with the party's color and symbol. As someone holding a position that requires impartiality, Pear emphasized that engaging in open political activities can create a perception of conflict and bias. She made these comments while addressing a political meeting in the constituency of St. Andrew Northwest on Tuesday night.
Tonight I wish to say to you that I received response that the matter was investigated. Okay. I have seen the report of the officer in question. Okay. I've seen the report of the supervisor of elections. Brothers and sisters, I have seen the action, the written note of the action and intention of the supervisor of elections and the Governor General. An action which says that they are going to do 2 things. 1, to put a note of discipline in her file, and 2, to warn her of her behavior. Brothers and sisters, tonight I say to us, the New National Party will not accept this level of discipline for such a grave offense against the people of this country. And so I've written to the Governor General asking that this letter and this decision be reconsidered.
The Parliamentary Elections Office falls under the Governor General's jurisdiction, and it is her responsibility to appoint and revoke returning officers. Complaints about registration or returning officers should also be directed to her office. The public service regulations also prohibit established public servants from engaging in open political activities.
Brothers and sisters, just in Trinidad, in the recent build-up to the election, an officer was seen in a similar position and was removed. Tell them. Because you cannot have someone who is so biased presiding over an initiative, an activity, a process that is supposed to be so fair and transparent and without any bias. Brothers and sisters, we are not going to accept this. We are not going to accept this because we would not be comfortable with any results or any decision that is taken in Carriacou as it relates to the elections with this individual presiding over it.
Christina John, GBN News.
A decades-old family land dispute in Carriacou has been dismissed by the High Court due to critical legal missteps. This report from Cherry and Blackman Stephen.
The case involved 1 acre of land in Petit Carenage, part of the estate of Esau and Mary Fleury, who both died intestate in the 1970s and 1980s. In 1995, their son James Cuthbert Fleury built a house on the land, where he lived until his death in 2013. His siblings, the claimants, argued he had no legal rights to the property and accused his stepson of blocking access to the family home. However, the court found that the estate had never been formally administered, meaning no beneficiary had a specific legal claim to any portion of the land. In a ruling handed down earlier this month, Justice Agnes Acti dismissed the claim, noting that the only personal representative of the estate had standing to bring the matter, but he failed to submit a required witness statement, leaving the court with no supporting evidence. It was then that legal costs of $5,000 were awarded to the defendants, with $2,000 personally charged to the claimant's attorney for what the judge described as a gross omission. The claimants were represented by attorneys V. Nazem Burke and Omari Thompson. Justice Acti urged the family to resolve the matter by either administering the estate or seeking the removal of the current representative, who has taken no action in more than 4 decades. The land remains occupied by the stepson of the late James Cuthbert Fleury. GBN reached out to Attorney Burke, who declined to comment on the High Court's ruling. Cherry Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
This is news at 7. Coming up, NADMA to distribute emergency supplies ahead of hurricane season. Stay with us.
Do you have multiple loan payments? Is your debt weighing you down? Ariza has the solution. Simplify your loan with Ariza's Simplify Loan promotion. Now you can combine all your payments into one easy, manageable loan. Enjoy lower interest rates, flexible repayment terms, and more cash in hand for what truly matters. Less stress, more freedom. Live comfortably while reaching your financial goals. Ariza helps you simplify your life because you deserve financial freedom. Apply now. Visit any Ariza branch or WhatsApp us at 423-4987.
Need to check your bill balance? Use the Grenlec mobile app. Open the Grenlec mobile app and tap the icon labeled Balances at the bottom of the screen. View your bill details, including your current bill balance, the due date by which you must settle your bill, the amount and date of the last payment you made. It's quick, easy, and available 24/7. Convenience at your fingertips.
The Mass officially starts now as Spice Mass Cooperation together with Aura Caribbean is turning up the thing all the way up with Carnival City Fusion Thursdays. It all kicks off on Thursday, May 29th and continues every Thursday into June. We're bringing the vibes to the Port Louis lawn. Gates open 7 p.m. Action starts 8 p.m. Get ready for live performances from your favorite soca, groovy, and calypso artists, plus the sweet sounds of steel band, live bands, and all the mass elements you love. Veko, Jab Jab, Short Knee, Moko Jumbi, Apache, and more. It's more than a line. It's a whole carnival experience. So grab your crew, bring the energy, and come let's celebrate where culture meets pure excitement. Carnival City Fusion Thursdays, Port Louis Lawn, beginning May 29th and continues every Thursday into June. Come, let's play a mass, cause the thing starts.
Heritage Theatre presents Breaking Out, the Grenada Love Story, featuring Robert White and Lisa Grappi, written and directed by Chris DeRiggs.
But I still love you, Richie.
You love me and you're hard in me. 4 big performances, Saturday 24th and Sunday 25th May at the Grenada Trade Center, Saturday 31st May and Sunday 1st June at Deluxe Cinema in Grenville. Showtime 7 p.m. sharp.
He's the love of my life, Auntie. You have to marry a man for other things besides love, child.
Get your tickets at Mitchell's Pharmacy in Grandance, Gittins Health and Wellness Wall Street, Gabriel's Pharmacy Pedmata, St. David Pharmacy, St. Andrew Pharmacy, Art and Soul Boutique at Spiceland Mall, 3B's Shoe Store, and GoToFed.com. Breaking Out. Come out and enjoy Grenadian theater at its best.
This ad complements Grenada Cooperative Bank Limited.
Attention Attention all divers, snorkelers and underwater enthusiasts. Effective May 15th, 2025, all visitors to the renowned Mullinair Underwater Sculpture Park will be required to pay a small fee of US $3.50 or EC $10 per person. These fees are essential to support the ongoing maintenance and repairs of the sculptures, as well as the development of new features to ensure the park remains a world-class attraction. Payment can be made through the Grenada Tourism Authority's online payment portal, available on the Pure Grenada website, www.puregrenada.com. We thank you for your support in enhancing this extraordinary underwater product. This announcement is brought to you by the Grenada Tourism Authority and the Ministry of Tourism, dedicated to protecting and conserving Grenada's resources for the enjoyment of all.
Home is easy, easy with Republic Bank.
Are you dreaming of owning your own home? With Republic Bank's Home Easy Loan, you're one step closer to making that dream a reality. With competitive rates, reduced fees, and up to 100% financing, Republic Bank makes owning your home simple and stress-free. Start your journey to independence, empowerment, and the joy of home ownership today.
Republic Bank, we're bringing home to you. Home easy. It's not just a mortgage, it's peace of mind.
Terms and conditions apply.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Two of Calypso's powerhouse, Big J and Sour Supper, are launching for 2025. Calypso Power Launch on Saturday, June 7th at the Lassages Had Court in St. David from 8 p.m. featuring Calypso, Toka Kaiso, and X-Tempo. Come hear Big J's new offerings for 2025. Plus Sour Supper celebrating 20 years this year. Plus Junior Monarch Morty, Royalty, Shamak, Calypso Monarch Innocent, The Great King Darius, Squeezy, Smallies, and more. All backed by the Heatwave Band with MC Senator. Early bird tickets are $30. General admission $40. Available at Lixon Bikes, Grenadian Optical, St. David's Pharmacy, and Jew at Lotto in Grenville. Sponsored by Cocoa Breeze Bar, Hanky's Grenada, Kiskey, Chopstick, A-Bun Distributors, Tyrrell Bay Express, Paddy's Shipping, Waditi Rental, and Dana's Tasty Food. Endorsed by the Spice Mass Corporation.
Megaforce Promotions is celebrating 25 years of bingo, and that calls for a huge celebration. So we're having a massive $120,000 cash and prizes mega bingo. Sunday, June 1st, the Kirani James Athletic Stadium car park comes alive. Get ready for big giveaways like free airline tickets, hotel day pass, supermarket shopping vouchers, free spa treatment, hello relaxation, and 300 free bingo t-shirts. Look out for live band music. Tickets are just $60 for one or $100 for two. We've got free buses island-wide, so no excuses. Even Granny can attend. Don't stick. Organize your crew for this massive event. Sunday, June 1st, Megaforce 25th Anniversary Mega Bingo is on.
It happens to all of us. Low on cash and in need of money right away. Play Instacash Monday to Sunday and there are no draws.
So what you saying? No numbers to choose from?
Nope.
And no draw sessions to wait on?
Nope.
And we can play it anytime and any day?
Yep. Including Sundays. Instacash. Ask for it by name and choose from a wide variety of games as low as $2 and win instantly. It is fast, it is easy to play, and you win cash right away. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back to the news at 7. NADMA will begin emergency supplies distribution over the weekend. With just 2 days remaining before the official start of the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season, the National Disaster Management Agency NADMA is set to begin a nationwide distribution drive of emergency supplies across Grenada. The supplies, donated by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, are parts of efforts to enhance the country's preparedness for what is expected to be an active hurricane season. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell, who is also the minister responsible for disaster management, gave the update on Tuesday.
I don't know that we ever sufficiently prepared. What we have to do, I think each of us, is continue ensuring that we take hurricane preparedness seriously, ensure that we have our hurricane plans, ensure that we stock up on dry food cans, ensure that we strengthen our residences or businesses, ensure that we ensure that the staff at business places, our family and friends at homes have evacuation plans, for example, take issues such as flash flooding, landslide warnings and so on seriously, and make sure that we have a long-term, and I'm saying long-term here meaning at least 6-month plan once we get to frankly the 1st of June.
Government received $5.3 million in aid from Saudi Arabia earlier this year. The donation included 21 shipping containers filled with critical emergency items such as chainsaws, diesel generators, flashlights, first aid and hygiene kits, and materials for outfitting shelters. The donated supplies are part of national readiness, and Prime Minister Mitchell urged Grenadians to take personal responsibility by developing their own disaster preparedness plans.
NADMA will be distributing hurricane relief preparedness supplies, which were donated by the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia throughout this week and next week. But it's important for us to appreciate that we have to accept we live in the hurricane belt. We've had 3 hurricanes in 20 years, and so we need to make sure that we constantly prepare and educate the population. We do have relatively early enough warnings if storms are approaching or if we have bad weather approaching, and I think it's just to make sure that we drill into ourselves the discipline of being prepared.
On Monday, NADMA confirmed that inspections of emergency shelters have been completed and a comprehensive list of recommended sites has been submitted to Cabinet for approval. The official list of shelters is expected to be published by June 1st. NADMA's annual shelter inspection process, conducted through the National Shelter Management Committee, began in February. The agency evaluated a range of facilities, including schools, churches, community centers, and selected private buildings to determine their suitability for use during emergencies. Meanwhile, with the hurricane season beginning on Sunday, concerns are being raised about people still living in shelters on the Sister Isles. In response, Minister for Carriacou and Petite Martinique Affairs Stephen Andrews said the fact that some families are still living in shelters or homes that remain incomplete continues to weigh heavily on ministry officials. The minister said ahead of the hurricane season, a number of emergency shelters, particularly the schools, have been restored and are now ready to receive persons should the need arise. Minister Andrews said while there are still challenges on the ground, he wishes to assure the public that significant progress has been made in the recovery process 11 months after the storm. The ministry is working closely with the Sister Isles and NADMA district teams, community leaders, and other stakeholders to ensure that contingency plans are in place and that they can respond swiftly and effectively in the event of another disaster. The Caribbean region, including Barbados, will once again benefit from the Hurricane Hunter program, thanks to the reactivation of 2 USAID programs. This was announced by Elizabeth Riley, Executive Director of the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, SEDEMA, following a meeting between OECS heads of state and U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. The program will provide critical support to the region in monitoring and preparing for hurricanes.
In that statement, there was an indication of the reactivation of 2 of the programs to support the Caribbean during the hurricane season. One was the reactivation of the Regional Disaster Assistance Program, which I alluded to earlier, and the second was an indication of reactivation of financial flows to the National Oceanographic and Atmospheric Administration to ensure support for the Caribbean region during the hurricane season, and the Hurricane Hunter program is treated under that specific arrangement. So from the indications that we have, we expect that the support should be in alignment with that from previous years.
With the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season set to begin in 2 days, SEDIMA is emphasizing the importance of preparedness. SEDIMA has formalized partnerships with the UK, Kestra Liner agencies, and Sunrise Airways to boost regional coordination and strengthen disaster response efforts.
Though these forecasts come with some uncertainty, the region must remain vigilant and prepared, as it only takes one storm to cause a significant impact. The likelihood of storms making landfall along the U.S. coastline and within the Caribbean remains high, so we must take every necessary step to ensure the safety of our communities. In addition, even though we're focused today on the Atlantic hurricane season, it is important to remember that our preparations must be for all hazards, since our region is also vulnerable to other hazards such as earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, technological as well as biological hazards. Together, these partnerships represent continuation of long-standing partnerships with FCDO, but also new partnerships and a significant investment in our regional resilience. They expand the logistical reach of the regional response mechanism and reflect the collective commitment to safeguarding lives and livelihoods across our participating states. We at SEDIMA are confident that with the support of these critical partners, our regional response mechanism is now better equipped to respond swiftly to emergencies and to continue building a more resilient Caribbean.
Carnival City 2025 kicks off tonight at Port Louis Lawn. More news to come. Do stay with us.
Project Music presents Rhythms of Spice. Sunday, June 1st, 3 p.m., Comahan Park. Featuring student performances Alpha One, Cool Jazz Band, Co-op Band Comancheros, Lion Pride Percussions. Project Music with Tira Etienne, Shireen Brizan, Jeremy Hector, Javon Andrew, and Sonika McKee. With special guests, Hickson from St. Lucia. Get your tickets $60 on sale at Grenadian Optical, Art and Soul, Gittins Pharmacy, Grenville, and Go to Fed. More at the door. Children 12 and under free. Rhythms of Spice, Sunday, June 1st, 3 p.m., Comahan Park. Sponsors Co-op Bank, Renrick & Thompson, Hubbard's, Baron Foods, Inter-Caribbean, True Blueberry Resort, Acado Grenada, Gabriel's Rentals, Andrews Construction, Supreme Sounds, DJ Danny, GBN, Boss FM, and Real FM. Absolutely no vending.
How many times do I have to tell you I'm committed to us?
She made me feel some measure of warmth, maybe even passion. If I decide to do this, I'll be doing it for you, no one else.
Labukan presents Rivals, playing at Labukan Creative Center, GCNA Complex, all weekends in May, Saturdays 8 p.m., Sundays 6 p.m., and Deluxe Cinema Grenville, Saturday, June 7, 8 p.m. Tickets from Grenadian Optical, Labukan, St. Andrews Pharmacy, and Go to Fet at $75. Sponsors Bryden & Miners Limited, Knights Auto, Sandals, GBN, Republic Bank, Trios Auto, Co-op Bank, and Huggins. It's Rivals by Francis Urias Peters. Don't you miss it.
You better come back, boy. You better come back.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Sporting fans, ready yourselves for the most anticipated Winston Tide Games, June 7th and 8th at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Come support our athletes as they compete with some of the region's best in the field events and on the tracks. Save the date, June 7th and June 8th, Winston Tide Games at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. Stay tuned for more info. Winston Tide Game 2025.
Hi, I want $10 on Playway, $20 backup on Pick 3, and cash for each, please. Okay, are you adding multi-X to your bet? Yes, multi-X, all of them. Smart. Best value bet. Backup and multi-X, you cannot go wrong. Don't matter the bet, multi-X all of the daily games.
With multi-X added, your winnings can be multiplied 3 times, 5 times, even 7 times. So make it a rule. Add multi-X to all your Playway, daily Pick 3, and daily cash for bets every day and for every drop, and watch your money grow. Available at stores and online.
You heard it here. Multiply your winnings daily. Must be 18 or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
How do you choose your toilet paper? Just because it's soft and nice. That's how I choose my toilet paper. Made right here in the Isle of Spice. Cherished straight off Harbor Bay. Super value every day. The price is right and locally they're made. Support local when you purchase Cherish and other quality brands from Grenada Paper Products.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sunny Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wire and accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grand Anse, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Whether you're refreshing a bedroom or giving your home a bold new look, the Color Shop has the perfect paint and tools to make it happen, inside and out. With quality finishes for every surface and accessories to match, we make painting easy from start to finish. Whether it's a DIY weekend or a contractor starting a brand new project, the Color Shop is the trusted choice.
Don't call me small, I'm dreaming big, I'm gonna have it all. ACB's me, start, manage, expand. Taking on all my competition, got the whole bank's attention. ACB, best financial solution. My business has a good reputation.
Ready for success? Call us at 444-4919 or visit us at acbonline.com to learn more.
ACB's me.
Start, manage, expand your business today.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Welcome back. Carnival City 2025 promises to be spectacular. The event kicks off tonight at the Port Louis lawn with a launch and a display of all elements of Spice Mass. Carnival City is a product of the Spice Mass Corporation and is being held in collaboration with Aura Caribbean. Tonight's launch will see performances from 9 artists in the groovy, soca and calypso categories, as well as displays from Veco and Shortney bands, Apache and Moko Jambi. Michelle Murray, Public Relations Officer at the Spice Mass Corporation, explains.
Gates open at 7 tonight. There is an entrance fee of $20. We have dubbed the event, which will be held for 5 Thursdays, over the next 5 Thursdays, and we have dubbed the event Fusion Thursdays. The idea is to display every aspect of Grenada's carnival, what makes the Spice Mass unique. And every Thursday you can look forward to seeing a different aspect of our traditional mass on display and being highlighted. This Thursday, it being the first to be held, we will have every aspect of the traditional mass on display. So we're talking Veco, Jab, the Shortney, Apache, Moko Jambi as well.
The event extends to a carnival village in the same location at Port Louis from next Thursday, June 5th. And the carnival village will include Grenadian cuisine, a makeshift mass camp, which will showcase wire bending and costume designs. It begins at 7 p.m. each Thursday until midnight.
The event serves as a build-up to Spice Mass 2025 from August 1st to the 12th. And we're trying at the Spice Mass Corporation to have several events following the launch of Carnival, which was on May 2nd, so that we keep that hype and that momentum and that Carnival feel for 2025. Carnival City is just one of the events that we have planned going forward until we get into the actual heat of the season. And you can look forward to a rollout of several other events within the next couple months.
The reintroduction of Carnival City serves as a build-up to Spice Mass 2025. The 4-H program in Grenada celebrated its annual Achievement Day, recognizing top performers and clubs for their work in sustainable practices. Chrislina John reports.
The event, themed Empowering the Next Generation, promotes food security and climate resilience. Prime Minister Dickon Mitchell congratulated students on their accomplishments, highlighting the program's alignment with Grenada's National Sustainable Development Plan. Prime Minister Mitchell told the youngsters that they all have the opportunity to lead in their own way by being members of a 4-H club, highlighting that they have the opportunity to work, produce, and reap the reward together.
I want to start by saying congratulations to all of you 4-Hers on making sure that you get an opportunity to serve your club, to serve your community, and to serve your country. Without food, none of us can grow. Without food, none of us will be happy. Without food, none of us will be able to nurture our head, to nurture our health. And if you don't have hands, you can never produce food. So the ability to produce food, to grow food, to store food, to process food, and to eat food is perhaps one of the most fundamental and important aspects of life. And if you equip yourself with that skill by being a member of the 4-H, you are in a unique position to ensure that you continue building each other's lives, building the lives of our community and the lives of our country. So congratulations on first being a 4-Her, and congratulations on your special day today.
The 4-H unit gives children direct access to growing and rearing their own food, activities, which align with Grenada's National Sustainable Development Plan 2020 to 2035. Coordinator Alice Jones said the achievement is a celebration of hard work, growth, and the spirit of learning. She reflected on some of the top accomplishments for the past year, which included the enrollment of 150 students. She added that the students were able to observe growth patterns, identify signs of illnesses, and maintain accurate records.
That we have had 5 new clubs enrolled with over 150 students. This is a remarkable achievement and a sign of strength and sustainability of our program. Each new club represents a group of young people who have made a decision to get involved, to take responsibility for their personal development, and to work together as a team. Our existing members, mentors, and club leaders have also done outstanding work this year. Some of the projects that we would like to highlight is that of the poultry production project, where members raised both broilers and the layers. This project involves detailed planning, daily care, record keeping, and high levels of responsibility. Members learned how to manage feed, water, hygiene, and ventilation systems to ensure the health of the birds.
Other top accomplishments include the provision of produce for school feeding programs, donation of produce, marketing and setting up of community shops, water conservation, pest control, composting, and managing agribusinesses. Christina John, GBN News.
Stay with us. Sports is up next.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, fully 1 week. Nah, telling you. You them pass dragon. Hello. You see that? About 10 that them make hard on them, man. Me a 38 man. But you are 92. Yeah. You need the number 1 run, man. That is it. No what? Nice. Yeah. Look number 1. Yeah, me too.
Whether sipped neat, mixed into a classic cocktail, or savored on the rocks, our rum delivers a taste that captivates and satisfies. Choose greatness. Choose Classcoat, the number 1 rum. Produced by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
What if you had a choice? A choice of joining a line or a choice of making your purchases online? What would you choose? While you ponder on that, the National Lotteries Authority has provided another purchasing option. All their games are now available online. Yes, Grenadians, from wherever you are, purchase your favorite daily and jackpot-type games using any electronic device. Register on the NLA's website at www.nla.gd. Top up your account and enjoy online lottery gaming at your convenience. We're taking shopping comfort up, up, up several notches, but the choice is yours. Join a line or buy online. NLA, make your dreams come true.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Granville, and Central Deputy Street, Wall. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Good evening, sporting fans. The Royal Challengers will contest their first Tata Indian Premier League final since 2016 after a brutal 8-wicket demolition of the Punjab Kings in Qualifier 1 of the playoffs on Thursday. RCB, after winning the toss and choosing to field first, produced an excellent bowling effort to restrict the Kings to just 101 all out in 14.1 overs. Leg spinner Surya Sharma picked up 3 for 17 from his 3 overs after Australian pacer Josh Hazlewood and left-arm seamer Yash Dayal bowled brilliantly early on with 3 for 21 from 3.1 overs and 2 for 26 from 4 overs respectively. West Indian Romario Shepherd took 1 for 5 from his 1 over. RCB then took only 10 overs to reach 106 for 2 thanks to an unbeaten half-century from Phil Salt. The Englishman hit 6 fours and 3 sixes on his way to 56 of 27 balls, while Mayank Agarwal and captain Rajat Patidar made 19 and 15 respectively. The Titans will take on the Mumbai Indians in the Eliminator on Friday, with the winner of that game taking on the Kings on Sunday for a place in the final against RCB next Tuesday. After 2 solid batting performances to close their recent series against Ireland, West Indies were brought back down to earth as they suffered a humbling 238-run defeat to a ruthless England side in a lopsided opening ODI encounter at Edgbaston on Thursday. Chasing an eye-watering 401 to win, England's second highest total at the ground and their biggest ever at home against the West Indies, the Caribbean outfit crumbled under scoreboard pressure, bowled out for 162 in just 26.2 overs. West Indies' reply never found traction as wickets tumbled early. Brandon King for 10, Justin Greaves 4 and Casey Carty 22 all fell before the 10-over mark. And though Hope 25 and Amir Jangu 14 threatened briefly, the chase was over before it began. It was Seals batting at number 11 who top scored with a spirited 29 not out. Jamie Overton 3 for 22, Saqib Mahmood 3 for 32 and Adil Rashid 2 for 50 did the damage for England. It was a dismal outing across the departments for the West Indies as the bowling was toothless at the death. The fielding was at times sloppy and the batting bereft of backbone. If you're a lover of track and field, then the Grenada Athletics Association has given you a reason to smile. Plans are well underway for Grenada's hosting of the Whitsuntide Games. The meet is set for June 7th and 8th at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. The president of the Grenada Athletics Association is Conrad Francis. Francis says plans are in full flight.
This game was started in the 1950s and, it was handed down to present day. So we have a structure in which we follow and build on that structure over the years. the games has gone through a lot of challenges in the past. You know, if we talk about Ivan and we talk about Beryl and so on. In fact, last year we had to cut short the games to 1 day. I'm happy to announce that this year it is back to 2 days. So it is a structure. We have a template in which we follow, and we have been doing just that. Over the last month or so, in a meeting weekly, just to ensure that we cover all the various aspects of the games, because as you know, games of this magnitude, we have a lot of variables, a lot of different aspects that we have to cover, and we have an organizing committee, and we meet every Tuesday for the last 4 or 5 weeks.
Moving now to volleyball, Grenada's under-21 beach volleyballers are in Paraguay. They are attending a week-long training camp under the Pan American Games program. It wraps up on June 1st. The delegation includes Ticia Jones, Kayla Newton, Michaela Mason, Zerek Walcott, Kibose Hamilton, and Joshua Cadet. They are accompanied by coaches John L. Phillip and Renisha Stafford. From South America, they will travel directly to St. Kitts to participate in the Eastern Caribbean Volleyball Association Under-21 World Championship qualifiers set for the 5th to the 9th of June. Meanwhile, both our senior male and female national teams have officially qualified for the ECVA Top 4 Finals, a high-stakes showdown between the top 4 ranked countries in the Eastern Caribbean Volleyball Association. The winner of each category will qualify for the prestigious Narcica Pan American Cup. The tournaments will take place in Antigua. Men's finals September 19th to the 22nd, and the women's finals September 26th to the 29th. That's sports. Stay with us for a look at your regional and international news. Now for your regional news, Barbados, along with Trinidad and Tobago, the Bahamas and Antigua and Barbuda, have been identified as the main net receivers of migrants from other CARICOM member states. This information comes from the preliminary findings of the ongoing labor market assessment of CARICOM member states conducted by the International Labour Organization.
Whereas Guyana, Haiti, and Jamaica are the main senders of migrants from other Caribbean or CARICOM member states. Further, all 15 CARICOM member states are net senders of migrants to the rest of the world. Haiti, Jamaica, Guyana, Trinidad and Tobago, and Suriname are the leading senders. Critically, the movements of CARICOM nationals, whether intra-regional or between the region and third states, are primarily driven by economic differences, with nationals from lower income member states moving to higher income states. The recent discovery of oil in Guyana is also expected to have implications for regional migration to and from the country.
Moving now to international news, the U.S. administration has announced plans to aggressively revoke the visas of Chinese students studying in the U.S., citing connection to the Chinese Communist Party or studies in critical fields. China has expressed opposition to the move, urging the U.S. to pursue more constructive relations. More in this report.
Foreign Ministry here in Beijing has described the move by the United States to revoke the visas of Chinese students as discriminatory and based on the pretext of ideology and national security. The Foreign Ministry spokesperson Mao Ning went on to say that this move would damage the reputation of the United States in the international community. Now, there are a few things that are very unclear about what the US Secretary of State Marco Rubio has announced. He has said that the visas of those close to the Communist Party will be revoked. However, there are around 100 million members of the Communist Party here in China. How close does a family member have to be to have their visa revoked is one question many people are asking. There are also around 280,000 Chinese students currently studying in the United States. Will they be in fear of having their visas revoked even if they already have them in place? Many questions being asked at this time. Now, the Trump administration has done this before. In 2020, the Trump administration revoked the visas of 1,000 Chinese students. Since then, there has been an agreement between China and the United States with the previous President Joe Biden and President Xi when they met in 2023 to encourage more cultural exchanges. In fact, President Xi says he wants to see 50,000 US students studying here in China in the coming years. But it does seem now that these kind of academic and people-to-people exchanges have become the latest victim of competition between the two superpowers.
That was a look at your regional and international news. Stay with us for a recap of the headlines. Recapping the headlines, tragic deaths prompt homeowner to consider safety barricade. Lakalome residents outraged over new land fees. Opposition leader Emmeline Pear questions disciplinary action against a public officer. In the region, Barbados identified as one of the main receivers of CARICOM migrants. Internationally, U.S. to block visas of Chinese students. While in sports, West Indies dismantled by England in ODI opener. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I am Beverly Telesford. That's the news. We'll see you again. Good night.